Hey everyone, how's it going? Josh here, and today we're going to talk about kind of the rise and fall, almost the arc of Ben Affleck's Batman, not in a negative sense, but just in general, within the DCEU now that his time is over. Because with it being officially over, I think we could officially start doing things like reflecting on Ben Affleck's time as Batman, alongside of other things like comparing it to the other Batmans with regards to impact and I guess just how did he rank up, I guess you could say. Now, when he was first announced as Batman, he received largely negative reception, besides the fact that he has various accolades for his acting, and physically speaking, I think he has a lot of the characteristics that would make him a solid choice on paper. Everything from height to kind of his stature, stuff like that, with the wide shoulders. It was really easy for him to physically convey Batman. By the time Snyder and WB started allowing images of Affleck in the Batsuit, people started to warm up to him, even though his future was kind of uncertain beyond Batman v Superman. But even still, people were really into Ben Affleck's version of Batman. They really dug the outfit, how it looked, the Dark Knight Returns kind of inspiration, alongside of his really cool Batmobile that people got to see. Now, when Batman v Superman actually premiered, regardless of the overall reception in the movie, Ben Affleck was considered a highlight of the film and a great casting choice, with some people online I did see saying he was their favorite live-action version of Batman. Definitely that's just kind of the impact and how good Ben Affleck was in the role. I think a lot of people definitely loved the scene in the warehouse where he was just beating up everybody for sure, and at the same time, besides the Martha stuff, I think no one really had any issues with his interpretation, set aside from the rest of the movie, of Batman and Bruce Wayne. People liked that we had a more dynamic Bruce Wayne that was seemingly just so focused and so driven by his mission that as soon as Superman became a blimp on the radar that could go against protecting people, I think he says in the movie, if there's even a 1% chance, he still went for it anyways, because that's just how strong his conviction is as Batman. So definitely was just a really interesting take, especially with the Nightmare stuff. And during this time period, it was said that Ben Affleck would actually write, direct, and star in a solo film post Justice League. On January 30th, Affleck dropped out as the director of the solo Batman film, while also saying he would still stay on to help write the film and also obviously star in the film, which at the time we were led to believe Deathstroke would be at least one of the villains in it, as he was teased at the end of Justice League. From this point, Matt Reeves was brought on to write a new script from scratch to fit his sole vision regarding his directed version now of the Batman film, making Ben Affleck more of a passenger on the ride, so to speak, with a very unsure destination at this time. And there are rumors swirling around post Justice League that he would appear in Flashpoint and that would be used to reboot him, or that he might just drop out of the role because he had some other things going on personally at the time. But unfortunately, we may never have even been able to get that as an option, because outside of potential creative differences, the movie kept getting multiple rewrites and delays on top of the creative issues with the director. The end of the Batfleck era, unfortunately or fortunately depending on your viewpoint of it, came to an end during the last week of January when Matt Reeves and WB announced a release date of June 25th, 2021, along with the news that Ben Affleck would not play Batman, which Ben Affleck seemingly further confirmed later on Twitter and to sources close to him. And it's unknown if he'll still be involved in some capacity. I think it'd be really cool if this is supposed to be Batman but a younger Ben Affleck version. If maybe Ben Affleck stayed on for like a narration type role, because he did do some narration in the Snyder movies. So I definitely think it'd be a kind of cool carryover, so to speak, just to further kind of connect this stuff, because I guess one of the benefits you can argue of having an older Batman is that he has so much history that we haven't seen before. He even hints at it before, out of all the years he's been in Gotham, how many stayed good, or how many are still around, things like that. So there's definitely a lot you can play with having just a younger version of Ben Affleck's character. It's also fair to say that he wasn't given the best shake at being Batman as he could have, and I really do believe Ben Affleck would have done a fantastic job, especially a few years ago, if he got his own movie at that point. Or even if, let's say in a hypothetical situation, if we never had the Nolan films, which I know is a bold statement to say, but if we never got the Nolan films and instead Ben Affleck was playing Batman at that time, and let's say the DCEU started way back when, so it took over that period of time, I definitely think Ben Affleck would have killed it as Batman, especially if someone like Zack Snyder was kind of behind it, maybe not directing as much as kind of just being a creative presence in there for story reasons, like he was with Wonder Woman and Aquaman, alongside also just some general visual type things. Overall, I think Ben Affleck is a simple case of when you kind of have a fantastic athlete that gets drafted to a team that at that time just doesn't have a very clear vision yet. Overall, what are your comments down below about the era of Ben Affleck's Batman tenure? Did you like it? Are you going to miss it? Who do you want to be casted to succeed him? And do you hope it's still connected, or are you hoping it's a total reboot, no connection? Comment below, and we'll see you guys later.